My friends, we've come to the end of the Summer Classic rankings. This week we look at teams number 9 through 1. This is the best of the best from 2020, 2024. So any of these 9 teams really could have been in the Platinum division. We had a very tough time figuring out what teams were going to be in Platinum this year. So it was really exciting to have so many great teams show up last year. Will your team be in the top 9 next year? We shall find out as we're now just a couple weeks away from the Summer Classic 2025. Let's recap real quick last week. Number 19 was the Goat Show, Cole's team from Helena, our only team from Helena. Number 18 was Ruckus, Brandy Groff's team from Spokane. 17 was Cold Snacks, Chase Hart's team from the Coeur d'Alene. Number 16, Nice Snatch, Colton Pugh's team from Coeur d'Alene. Well, a couple teams, the first time they have had teams in the tournament, at least in that grouping. Number 15, Twist Me Up, Ashley Danielson's team from Bozeman, Montana. Number 14, Reds Bar, Shelley's team from Missoula. That was their 5th tournament appearance. Number 13, Speed Kills from the Dalles. Francisco won the silver division, his first time taking home some hardware from the Dalles. Number 12, Hit List. I'm welcoming Damien's team from Tri-Cities. Number 11, Brett's team from Spokane. They had a great showing. And number 10, the Sleepy Sloths over from Great Falls, Montana. We dive in with our top 9. At number 9 is the Savage Patch Kids, a great showing by Joseph Valley's team from Coeur d'Alene. This is their 3rd tournament appearance. This team has continued to get better and better. They played out a Group G where they went 3-0 and won the group. This was a kind of a little bit of a surprise. They beat Nats Dogs 18-7. This team was ranked 2nd last year. And then they beat, or 3rd, I'm sorry, they were ranked 3rd. Twist Me Up, they took care of business there 17-10, and then they beat Wasted 20-6 to take the bracket. That put them in the Platinum division. They had been a Gold division team. They moved on up. And they played a first-round game against Smash Brothers from Bonner's Ferry. They lost 21-11. So the loser of that game, since each Platinum team was guaranteed at least 2 games, that dropped them to the Gold division, where they took on the other Platinum team that lost, the Diamond Rejects. And this was a good quarterfinal Gold division game where they came up short against the Rejects 11-14. I'm not sure if Joseph's team's in this year. I think they will be, but I haven't heard from him yet. Number 9, great showing for Savage. Number 8 was a first-year team from Lewiston, Idaho. This is the 2nd Speed Kills team we had. Dylan Mader's team from Lewiston brought a really, really good squad, and boy, did they play good. They played out of Group F, and they took on some tough teams here. They went 1-2, but they lost to Trash Pandas 21-13, but then they bounced back and they took care of Swingers 16-0, and then they played the Smash Brothers, who we'll talk about them in a little bit. They just came up short 15-14. So despite the 1-2 record, that still put them in the Gold division where they made a little bit of headway. In the quarterfinals, they took on the Sleepy Sloths team from Great Falls, and this was a great quarterfinal. This is one of the better quarterfinal games we had. They were able to outlast them 18-16. Then they took on TLM, Threat Level Midnight. We'll talk about them a little later in the video. They came up short against them 15-4. Dylan, I'm not sure if we've heard from Dylan yet. Hopefully he has a team back in. He's a great guy. Got a chance to talk to him a little bit, and he brought a great team from Lewiston. Hopefully we have him back this year. Number 8, Speed Kills. This is another first-year team, number 7, CGS, from the great island state of Hawaii, by far the farthest team we've ever had travel to the Summer Classic. Lathan Antolian's team had a wonderful, great tournament. They played out of Group J, where they went 3-0 and they took the division. They played In-House Sports and took care of business 24-3. They played Off the Handle. The team from Coeur d'Alene beat them 17-6, and they beat a really good Reds Bar team to put them 18-3. This was a team that was right on the edge. Definitely could have been Platinum, maybe even should have been Platinum, but they ended up in the Gold division, where they took on the Spokane Retros in the first round, and we've talked about Spokane Retros already. Brett's team had a great tournament. They took care of them 22-7, and then kind of an off game. In the semifinals, they played the Diamond Rejects and lost 24-0. But overall, what a fantastic tournament for CGS. They are in the tournament this year. We look forward to seeing how they do and perhaps seeing them in the Platinum division. Number 7, CGS. Okay, number 6 is the Diamond Rejects. This is Justin Capel's team. This is the 2nd year that he's had this group of teams together. They were ranked 4th last year, 6th this year. They were the Dirty Dozen the year before. Got a lot of scores to go through, so we're going to get right to them. In Group A, they went 2-1. They played quality teams throughout this whole tournament. They took care of Hit List 16-9, the team from Tri-Cities. They beat Nice Snatch 23-15. Actually, both these scores are pretty close. And then they fell to BDG 21-16 in the Saturday nightcap. That started them out in the Platinum division, where they took on Nats Dogs in the first round and fell to them 21-11. So that dropped them to the Gold division, where they played the quarterfinals against Savage Patch Kids. They were able to win that game 14-11, and then kind of an anomaly, they beat CGS 24-0. And then that put them in the championship game against TLM, Threat Level Midnight. And this was another. We had a lot of great championship games throughout the Summer Classic. This one was another great one. They fell 12-11 in the Gold Championship. What a great run for Justin's team. Hopefully we see him this year. Haven't been in there yet. Okay, I said we haven't heard from Justin's team. We haven't heard from this team yet either. The number 5, Threat Level Midnight, Cadence Lando's team from Cedro Woolley, which I have never been to. This is their first year in the tournament, but boy, they had a great tournament. We hope they come back again this year. They won their group play. They went 3-0. They beat the Spokane Dirtbags 23-0, took care of Huboff's Landscaping 30-5, and then they beat Mojo 15-4. Some pretty dominating scores. It was tough to figure out what to do with this team because of who they played in round robin. We put them in the gold division because they were a first-year team. Wasn't sure if they should have been in platinum. They probably should have been in platinum. They could have definitely hung with the platinum teams. In the quarterfinals, they took on Hit List, beat them 17-2. Then they took on in the semifinals Speed Kills from Lewiston and beat them 15-4. That put them in the championship game against the Diamond Rejects, who had been a platinum team the year before and was a platinum team this year, and they dropped down. Once again, we talked about this game. This was a great back-and-forth game. They were able to win 12-11 and took home the gold division championship. Haven't heard from them yet, but we really hope they're back this year. Number 5, Threat Level. Number 4, this is a team that's definitely on the rise. Smash Brothers, Jordan Helmuth's team from Bonners Ferry, Idaho. This is their 3rd year in the tournament. Each year, this team has progressively gotten better. 2023, they were ranked 12th. They moved all the way up to number 4th this year. So what a great improvement from the year before. They played out of Group F when they went 2-0-1. They took care of Cold Snacks, a pretty good team from Coeur d'Alene, 20-5. They tied Trash Pandas, the team that finished 2nd last year, 14-14. Then they took care of Speed Kills in a very close game, 15-14. It was, where are you going to put them? We put them in Platinum Division this year, where they took on, in the first round, they took on Savage Patch Kids, and they were able to get by them 12-11. That moved them into the quarterfinals, where they played BDG, Big Dick's Gym. They fell to them 16-11. That dropped them in the quarterfinals of the loser bracket in Platinum, where they took on Nats Dogs. Nats Dogs took care of them 19-3. But my goodness, nothing to be ashamed of. Smash Brothers all the way up to number 4 this year. Congratulations to Jordan and his squad. They will be back in a CSE this year. Okay, we're down to the top 3, and number 3 this year is the Trash Pandas from Hermanston, Oregon. Alex Rivera's team. This is their 7th year in the tournament. Thank you so much, Alex, for bringing your team each year. And boy, you guys have had a great team over the years. 2023, you guys were ranked number 2. I know you were looking for number 1 this year, but fell to number 3. Group F, they went 2-0-1, and they won the group. They beat Speed Kills from Lewiston 21-13. They tied Smash Brothers from Bonners 14-14, and then they outlasted Cold Snacks 21-7 to take the group play. That put them in the Platinum Division, where they took on Nats Dogs in the quarterfinals and took care of them 17-5 in kind of a surprising score. Nats Dogs, a very, very good team, as we'll see in just a second. Semifinals, they played BDG, and in 8 innings, the BDG was able to take them out 24-16. So a couple really hard-fought games. They played semifinals in the loser bracket, and they had to play Nats Dogs again. Where Nats Dogs got their revenge and took them out 10-0. Still, 3rd place, nothing to be ashamed of. We're looking forward to having Trash Pandas back again this year. Number 3, okay, folks, process of elimination leads us to just 2 teams, and number 2 is Nats Dogs. What a great showing for Natalie Pluoska's team from Spokane. This is their 4th year in the tournament. 2023, they moved up to number 3. This year, they're number 2, and I'm sure they're going to be looking at number 1 in 2025. They played out of Group G. We got a lot of scores to go through. Group G, they went 2-1. They played Savage Patch Kids, fell to them 18-17 in the Saturday morning game. They came back to beat Wasted 27-7, and then they took on Twist Me Up and beat them 14-3. That put them in the Platinum Division, where they ended up playing 5 games. Diamond Rejects in the first round, they took care of them 21-11. Then they played the quarterfinals against Trash Pandas. This is a game they fell 17-5, so they had to work their way back through the losers bracket. Quarterfinal in the losers, they took on Smash Brothers. They beat them 19-3. They exacted their revenge on Trash Pandas, beating them 10-0. And in the championship, they had to take 2. In the first game against Big Dick's Gym, they fell to them 12-11 to put them in 2nd place. But Nats Dogs, another great showing. Natalie, fantastic. We look forward to seeing what you can do. Here we go. Congratulations. Number 1, BDG, Big Dick's Gym. My goodness, what a great bounce back year for Petra's team from Spokane. This is their 4th year in the tournament. They kind of had a little rocky road in 2023. They were ranked 7th. So this year, obviously, they moved up to number 1, and they went undefeated. One of the only teams to go undefeated. They played out of Group A, where they went 3-0. They beat Nice Snatch, a really good team from Coeur d'Alene, 11-1. Then they took on Hit List from Tri-Cities, got by them 16-14. And the Diamond Rejects, Justin Capel's team, they were able to get by them 21-16. That put them on their championship run in the Platinum Division. quarterfinals, they took on Smash Brothers. They beat them 16-11. That moved them against Trash Pandas in a very competitive. All these games are really competitive. Trash Pandas in the semifinals, they were able to outlast them 24-16 in 8 innings. That had them matched up against Nats Dogs in the championship, where they won 12-11. Congratulations, Big Dick's Gym. This is the first team we've had since someone new, since Straightforward won it, I think 10 years ago, because we've had such a big long string of Team Fight winning the championship. So they will be back to defend their overall #1 title. BDG will be back. We're excited to have them. We're excited to have all you guys back. Thank you, everybody, for taking time out of your schedule to check in on the rankings. We are just a little bit, couple weeks away from getting going with the Summer Classic. I've recorded these about in June, so some of the stuff I've said in here may be wrong on, what teams are in or what teams are out. But thank you, everybody, for taking the time to listen to me and going through these rankings. I'm really looking forward to having everybody out for our 15th Summer Classic. Congratulations, BDG. Congratulations to all the teams, actually, and looking forward to another fantastic 2025 CdA Summer Classic.